Number 2 on the list, ignoring red flags. See, this is what I always say about red flags. Let's say you meet somebody on a dating app or in a bar or in a coffee shop or hey, wherever the fuck, right? And look at it this way. If you're just getting to know them, you've gone on a few dates, let's say, and there's something just not right about them. Now let's say you're right. Now let's say you're wrong. Either way you could be one of those, okay? If you're right, well then, I personally think you should walk away. Because I actually do think there's a ripple effect in everything we do. Now, by the way guys, don't get me wrong, I'm not some angel here. I've made this mistake and I've got to be still self-aware to this day of not making that mistake again. But what I'm saying is, if we think the person is 100% red flag and we go in for the kill, that starts screwing away at our confidence. That screws away at our self-esteem. Not what the other person's doing, it's about what we think of ourselves. This is what this is all about. It's all back on us. It's nothing to do with the other person. They're just the trigger. So either way, it's going to mess with your confidence to some degree, and it might try and make you feel that you got less value, but it's the actions you're doing, not what the other person's doing. Do you get me? So I think we should all stay away from the red flags, and by the way, I've learned the hard way, guys, so I can tell you that. Believe you me, I've learned the fucking hard way in these scenarios. And let's go the opposite way with red flags. Let's say we're wrong. And the person is the nicest person in the world. But maybe we're not in the right headspace. Maybe we, like we just spoke about, that we got into this stupid relationship and we got out, we realized, what the hell am I doing? And it's just wrong, bad fucking timing. Maybe it is wrong, bad timing. And maybe we should just back away. Either way, that's a red flag. My real point here is, the red flag doesn't just come from the other person, it comes from us. The red flag hits our mind, not theirs. We can't feel what they feel, we can't think what they think. It's us telling us there's a red flag. And maybe it's you are the red flag, because I certainly have been the red flag for a lot of girls. So either way, maybe you need to go off and get your mind right, or the other person needs to get their mind right. But either way, it's a fucking red flag. You're not comfortable around that person. Now, I definitely think we should all be self-aware and say, okay, well listen, is it me or is it that other person? But at the end of the day, it's still a fucking red flag. So we need to be self-aware, and we need to address this red flag. And then if it is us, well then we go work on ourselves. We go improve ourselves. But either way, the point is this. If it's you and you feel there's a red flag and you're sort of like projecting your shit onto them, that, oh, there's something dodgy about them, well, just trust that. That alone is enough. Even if they're the nicest person in the world, you're not going to be comfortable around them. There's going to be some time where maybe, let's say you're dating each other now and you're sitting down watching Netflix, watching a movie, and, there's just, she looks or he looks at their phone and you're wondering, who's that now they're texting? Or who's texting her? Who's texting him? Because again, that little unbalance has just unbalanced you enough. It's like that tiny little stone in our shoe. Right? At the start it doesn't feel much, but give it 6 months and that stone is still in the exact fucking exact position, and we're walking in these shoes every fucking day, our foot's going to be bollocksed.